You said that there were two sea dudes like banging.
Stand here in a row, looking like a bunch of heroes. I know that deep inside, nothing more but a bunch of zeros.
Welcome to episode 5 of Bards and Nobles, the podcast where we play Dungeons and Dragons in a garage and try not to get too drunk and have some fun somewhere in between that. I'm Brian, the Dungeon Master, and got a whole crew here today.
He's accompanied by James McMahon, the Count of Chesterville, played by Aaron Williams.
Andrew Danon, they're Nailo. That's my name.
Charles Nelson playing Keith.
Anthony Boyd playing Akua Goldmane, the human, recent addition.
Goldmane, okay.
I think you should go with Mahuman.
Akua Mahuman.
Trey O'Neill playing Captain Kraken.
All right, we left off last episode in the plane of water.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Sorry. All right, silence. Everybody silence your phones.
It was a good timing for for a little background sound effects.
Okay, so who wants to kind of do a recap, catch up? You want to start?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right.
So last time at the beginning of episode 4, the group had made a deal with the water genocide Shah. He was a water genocide?
Yeah. Jin, Genie. Yeah.
Shah, who had promised him that he could cast a resurrection spell in exchange for a favor. So the group agreed to this to try to bring back their fallen comrade, Krognak, the half-orc. And so they brought Krognak to Shah, who performed the ritual. And Krognak's body remained lifeless, and his spirit was unwilling to return to the body. So now, encumbered with a debt to pay, thank you, Krognak, they give him a sailor's burial and bury him at sea.
You tossed my corpse in the water.
It was a burial at sea.
They ceremoniously threw you off board.
There was a flag involved.
You passed under the banner.
Yeah.
We didn't have a banner.
So
there was a dirty bed sheet.
So
we also divided up your items.
After pilfering you.
We looted your corpse and then threw it in the water. To be fair, he doesn't need them anymore.
And the crew prepared themselves for the oncoming debt to recover the Heart of Malla, which was being kept in the chest cavity of a sea hag.
She ended up being a sea hottie. Watch.
I mean, time will tell. Keith, the sorcerer, noticed that there was a human on board Shah's ship, and that was the first human that they had ever seen, so he went to go and investigate with Theron. That is where they met Akua the human, who had met a similar fate where his ship and his crew had been destroyed and defeated by the giant octopus, and he had wound up on Shah's ship. Trying to escape the ship, he went with Keith and Theron back to the Millennium Falcon and pledged to help them absolve their debt in exchange for passage to the next port town. So in the night, the ship begins rocking, and
don't come at night.
through much tumultuousness, flips over upside down, and they suddenly find themselves on the plane of water. And their ship has been outfitted with new gear that allows them to submerge and go to the... What was the grotto?
The Grotto of Shame.
The Grotto of Shame, so that they could go and fight the Sea Hag and claim the Heart of Malla to pay their debt.
All right. Sweet. Perfect. So yeah, that's where we will start off. Currently, the ship is pointing downward from where you guys left on the surface. Water completely enveloped the entire vessel. There's a magical bubble of air keeping the deck of the ship dry, and even the masts and the sails Is everyone on board, like on the top deck?
On deck.
Is that where you
Yeah,
guys
that's
are?
where I was. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys have been sailing downward. The rat folk, Dagger Sharp? Was it Dagger Sharp? Or no, Trigger. Trigger was on the wheel, currently guiding the ship at your command. You guys have been swirling downward in a corkscrew.
A
kind of
downward
motion.
spiral.
A little bit, yeah. But it's a cheerier one. Off above the ship, physically from where you are right now, directly behind you guys is where the surface is. It's going to be a little hard trying to picture the z-axis with the ship and try to describe everything, but currently directly above the ship, Trigger points out and says, Captain, look. And you guys see, and it looks like there's a light, blinking blue light in the distance, very dim at first, and it's increasingly growing in size and brightness, and it looks to be approaching the ship.
It's behind us?
It's directly above, as you guys are pointed straight down, it is directly above you.
Right.
So in trying to maintain your sense of direction and relative to the surface, which is at this point pretty difficult because gravity doesn't seem to be affecting you as it should. Your center of gravity seems to be wherever the bottom of the ship is. So it looks like right now, directly above you, there's a blinking light approaching the ship.
Okay. So it's basically on the stern of the ship.
Correct.
Okay.
Man, the harpoons.
Wait, where is the harpoon? Is it on the stern?
You've got one harpoon there on the stern.
Okay.
Is it right? Is that
That's the
stern?
back of the ship, I think.
No, that's the bow.
Oh, it's on the bow.
Yeah.
So the harpoon is pointed straight down, but it has 360-degree motion.
Okay. We got the catapult
Horizontally.
that's in the middle.
Horizontally. It can't point up.
A little bit. It has a little degree. Can't point straight up though. No.
Theron, would you like to get on the ballista?
Sure.
All right.
I'll mosey over to the ballista. Let's do this.
I would also like to walk over to where the bubble is.
Okay, just on the edge of the ship.
Yeah, I'm gonna touch it.
Okay.
This is how animals drown.
As you touch it,
Real gentle.
there's a little resistance, and you can feel the water pushing against just an invisible force. But there is some give, and you push into the water. It makes the water feel gelatinous a little bit.
Okay.
But your hand pushes up against it. You can see in almost an invisible, barely invisible gossamer shimmer go around the whole bubble right around it, and you feel it push just a little bit. You pull your hand back and it's dry.
Okay. I don't know if we're gonna be able to fire anything through this, and I'm afraid to damage it.
I'm still confused about how the ship is moving. Are the sails full of wind? Do they look like they're being blown?
The sails look like there's wind pushing them forward.
So to slow
In our
down,
air bubble that's pushing us. It's a self-sustaining economy.
Yeah, what you guys have been able to surmise so far? The economy, the shells that they affix to the side of the ship are essentially generating this bubble over it, and there's even some magic coral and stuff on the wheel that allows it to move forward and thrust, essentially. Generate thrust. Yeah.
All right.
You got magic wind inside the bubble that pushes it forward.
It's thrusting.
so we'd have to raise and lower the sails to adjust the speed of the ship.
Yeah. At this point, what everyone has gathered is that it essentially just controls normally as you normally would.
All right.
But we also
on
have
the
pitch
surface.
control.
Yeah, but you have the z-axis to worry about, which is you just tilt the wheel forward and backwards. It's pretty straightforward.
Sounds like rocket science.
This magic's pretty
Cut and dry by my ears.
All right. Magic. Got it. Everyone prepare for 45 more minutes on the discussion of
No, as you guys are figuring all this out, that light is getting closer and closer, and it's pulsing brighter.
I'm gonna go ahead and give everybody the order to get below deck. Are all the hands below deck, and then everybody get ready for whatever.
So everybody
this is.
just sticks their hands below deck.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
All right, the entire crew just bends over.
The closest sailor to me, I punch in the mouth. Is it James? Let it be James.
He's no sailor.
All right, so you make the call. Everyone starts heading below deck. The main group, are you guys still up top?
Can I yell at Kraken? What do you want me to do?
You any good in a fight?
Pretty much all I'm good at.
All right, and I suggest you stay up here.
Done and done. I pull out my sword and my shield ready.
Okay, so you ready yourself. At this point, you see the light has stopped a good 100 feet away. From what you can tell from inside the water itself is remarkably clear, so distance is pretty hard to judge. But you do see that it has stopped moving forward and is just steadily pulsing now.
Is it like it's keeping its distance? It's still following us?
Yeah, it's at this point it's just
Pacing us?
right.
Pacing.
All right. Did we get any directions?
Yeah, we were told to go down.
Okay, cool. All right.
The Shaw said that it is directly beneath us.
Okay.
Those were the directions given.
Do
guess I
we
should-
see
should I take
anything
the-
when we look down?
I feel like at this point it's
it
looking
looks like
forward.
it just gets darker
Oh, okay.
the further down you go.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so
Farron,
brace yourselves.
Yes.
you just kind of looking in each direction, kind of keeping an eye on the light, another eye looking around.
Yep. I
you
got my eyes
notice-
split.
You notice some movement on the aft, on the outside of the bubble of the ship. You just see, not really sure what you saw, but you did see some movement of some kind. Just a quick, something darting out of the corner of your eye, basically. That's about it. You guys are still heading down, I assume? Is that what?
Yeah, I guess.
We yell to the rest of the crew, hey, there's something behind us.
So assuming I'm back there,
Yeah.
I go check that out.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Can anyone who heard him perceive?
Sure.
Okay.
15.
18.
Okay.
12.
All right. James, you see a humanoid and fish-like looking creature. Upper half has arms, chest, head. Bottom half is a long serpent-like creature. It's got blue scales. It's got large, almost beta fish style fins coming off of it, of its head and its arms. And it actually, for a split second, you think it makes eye contact with you as it's swimming behind the ship, and immediately it dives down out of sight.
Did it look threatening or curious?
Or seductive.
My passive insight is
a mix
22.
of all three.
Got
It was
it.
curious and threatening and seductive
Was it
all at
armed?
once. What's that?
Was it armed?
It had two
They had
arms.
It did have two arms. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's always a race for that. It's like, who can be a smart ass first?
Okay. I yell out, James, and in all of his ability to help, yells out, I saw it, and points.
Okay.
I believe less that there's actually something behind us now. I just keep
Anyone do
watch off the stern and we keep moving down, I guess.
Okay. As you guys are going down, the light that was kind of keeping pace with you just goes dim, and you feel there's this reverberation that goes throughout the entire ship, and the whole bubble kind of like ripples,
Oh, crap.
and the ship actually kind of like jerks a little bit. Yeah, that's it.
I start looking over like the edge of the ship. I guess as far like how much of a bubble is there around like the railing of the ship? Like, can I like lean over?
Yeah,
and
you
look
can lean
down?
over the edge just a little bit. It goes
Okay.
just outside the railing.
Okay. I mean, can I see anything on the bottom of the ship?
You look over the side of the ship and you see on the ship where one of the shells is affixed, you notice that what I described earlier to James, you notice that fish-like humanoid creature currently has like a spear of some kind, and is currently prying at the
Son of a bitch.
the shell. And he looks up at you, and he immediately swims backwards and pulls out a horn from his belt, and he just calls out.
He drowns?
Well, from you can't hear anything from inside the bubble. But
okay.
it definitely looks like he makes a call, and immediately from the underside of the ship, you guys are this way. From the underside of the ship, you see at least 5 more of those same shapes, each dart in different direction up. And immediately one of them takes this long, jagged harpoon and stabs it into the bubble. And
It's not very nice.
It hits the bubble, pokes in. It doesn't poke through, but it pushes and then pulls the spear back. It doesn't penetrate. But at this point, you see 6 of these. Give me let's see, you're a sailor. So Kraken and James, give me a nature check.
Nature. 19.
11.
You notice these, now that you've got a good look at it, are what's called marrow. They're basically corrupted merfolk. And these guys look pretty nasty. They've got what you think is armor. It's just a collection of shells and barnacles is what it looks like, strapped to their chests and shoulders. Their long snake-like lower halves propelling them through the water. But each one just has this like gnarly visage, and they look pretty aggressive. Everybody give me initiative.
Hooray!
My favorite time.
God damn. All right. So 25 through 20. Anybody? Cricket. Slow cricket. 15 through 20.
16.
18. 15.
I'm sorry. Okay. 18?
18, yes.
All right. Keith's at 18. Theron at 16.
16.
Who had next?
15.
Kraken. All right. James and Akua, what did you guys have?
13.
11.
All right.
Humans are so slow.
He's still working off all that booze he's been drinking for the last week.
All right. You can tell they're calling out, and you can hear these weird underwater noises that they're obviously communicating with each other. Each one.
What does that sound like?
Something like that.
One of their tummies is upset.
Yes.
So yeah, 2 of them have massive harpoons. One of them has other spear-like objects.
So descriptive.
Right? And the other 3 don't have any weapons, but they're all swimming around, and at this they're just swirling around the bubble, kind of poking and prodding. It looks like they're trying to find a way to get in. Keith, you're up.
All right. I definitely do not want to penetrate the bubble. So what I will do is I will
pop that cherry.
I will stay alert, and like the first one that I see to penetrate the bubble somehow, I will lightning bolt it.
Okay.
So I'm basically readying an attack.
Readying your lightning bolt?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Theron. Dramatic
see.
fight music. No? Okay.
Was it?
So,
Strong disagree.
how far away is the closest bad guy to me?
You were at the aft still?
James
I'm
is
at the
standing.
ballista.
James is standing really.
You're at the ballista, so you're on the bow. Is that where that's at?
Yeah.
They're all
He's at the foremast.
above you, around in the bubble. Probably about, I don't know, 45, 50 feet away.
I would like to. Is there like a group of them like kind of grouped together a little bit?
Right now, no. They're all doing their it doesn't look like they're swimming wildly. It actually looks like they've got a kind of formation that they've
Okay.
done before.
Are any of them making calls currently?
Yeah, 2 of them.
Okay. I'm going to pick one of the ones that's making a call,
Okay.
and I'm going to Cloud of Dagger his ass.
Okay.
Just his ass.
So
Just his ass.
that's dexterity save on my part, right?
I believe so. Let's see. I got to do my...
I rolled a 19.
Ugh.
That's just the roll itself. Plus... So yeah, 24.
Take a picture of it. Take a picture of that.
What did you roll?
Nat 1.
Oh.
Yeah, so that
Wait, is
happened.
Cloud of Dagger's an attack? Like you have to make that attack roll?
I don't know. Let me go look it up. I was just rolling because
I think actually the way now that I'm thinking about it, Cloud of Daggers, I believe they make a dex save.
Right, that's what I rolled.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
Yeah, so he saved.
That's all they did.
But he takes half damage, right?
Yeah.
But you still
Okay, so
rolled
go
a
ahead and
nat
roll your
one.
damage. Yeah, you see one, you pick one out that looks like he's making a call to the one next to him. He's kind of pointing. It looks like he's pointing at people inside the bubble. And you cast your spell, and daggers you see appear in the water around him, and he's immediately taking a defensive action, and he's just like flawlessly, gracefully swimming through the water, ducking and dodging.
he
as
takes
many-
a whole 4 damage.
All right. Yeah, he's you see a couple of your daggers kind of like stab at him, and he's fighting him off, and he swims right out of it.
Slippery.
Anything else?
I'm just gonna flip him off.
Okay.
Does he take notice?
You better.
Oh, he sees you. After the daggers, he kind of recovers and looks to see where they came from, and you're flipping him off. So he makes eye contact with you. His beady black eyes fixate on you. Kraken, you're
Doll's
next.
Eyes.
False.
Tricker calls out. He's like, Captain, what do we do? What do we do?
Get this thing moving as fast as you can.
All right.
Down as hard as you can.
He pushes forward. Not a whole lot of difference, but
He's trying.
I get close to him so I can protect him.
okay.
I don't think I can do anything that's not going to damage the bubble, so I'm just going to ready my action. But I want
Okay.
to pull out the Red Rider,
Okay.
and then I'm going to call out to James and tell him I think we need some light on the front of this ship.
All right. Like Rudolph.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly.
James, how do you respond? It's your turn.
I wasn't ready. I'm very curious how Stinking Cloud would work underwater, but I decide
About to find out.
James thinks about that for a moment, but decides against it
Okay.
and chooses to bardically inspire his fellow, his captain, Captain Kraken, is bardically inspired.
What do you
And I
say?
say, you only get one shot. Do not miss your chance. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime.
The dice pass phase.
Mom spaghetti.
Mom spaghetti.
I would rather you just yelled "Mom spaghetti."
So I used my bonus action to do that.
Okay.
And then I would like
Kraken, do you feel
to.
inspired?
We'll see.
I'd like to attempt a crown of madness
Okay.
upon one of these
Assholes.
mer folks.
Okay.
And that's a wisdom save against a 15.
Gotcha. Wisdom save against 15, and I rolled a 3. Yeah. He's super mad about that. All right.
Awesome.
So, what does Crown of Madness do?
Crown of Madness.
For the people that don't know.
It says one humanoid. Does he qualify?
Is he only half mad now?
I should have read that first.
Charles, so as you cast the spell, and as you see the black, thorny, shadowy crown start to form around his head, he pushes past it and just kind of swims through it, and it dissipates.
Got it.
He's not a humanoid.
Noted.
I take notice.
I would like
You think to yourself, man,
cast another spell.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I'm out of actions. I can't do
You
it.
would still like to.
Yeah, I would like to. I remain with that feeling.
Okay. Yeah, they're still just swirling and circling around.
I
the
will
bubble.
yield the rest of my turn to Akua.
All right. Akua, you are up. Akua Goldmane.
Cool, I'm a human.
Time to prove yourself to this new crew.
I run up the shells that are keeping us that are creating the bubble towards the back. Right?
Yeah. There's 2 on like where the aft starts, so on like the second third.
Okay.
Last third of the ship. I don't know. It's towards the back. Yeah, on each side.
I just want to get
The second third would be the middle.
Yeah.
I just want to
The
get.
beginning of the third of the ship.
I just want to get close to one of those where
Okay.
the one they were attacking, trying to pry off.
Okay. You get close over there, and you do see one swimming straight for that one shell that you're at.
I'm gonna magic missile that one.
Okay. So you just. How do you cast your spell? What does Akua do? How does he do this?
Well, I mean, I have my shield in one hand, my sword in the other.
Okay.
But I have Warcaster, so I can still cast holding those.
Right.
So I just like point my sword at it and just fire. This looks like just beams. Just
All right.
walls of energy.
You guys all see Akua.
Are they beams or are they balls?
Hold on. What shape do they take?
Yeah,
What shape do they take? Man, they just look like sword slashes.
Okay, so yeah, you see Akua run up. You see Akua run up to the side of the ship,
For a little bit longer, he'll probably start throwing dicks.
pulls out a sword, and just seemingly swipes at the air. But the swipe, the sword lights up, and you see how many? 3.
3.
You see 3 sword slashes just fly forward from that one slash through the bubble. You hear that reverberation go throughout the whole thing, and the sword slashes, these magical glowing sword slashes, fly through the water and silently from inside the bubble hit the marrow for how much?
Guys, we can attack things outside of the bubble.
The
12
magic goes in the
damage.
bubble.
How much?
He takes 12 damage.
Okay.
I really want to shoot my gun through the bubble.
Do it.
I get a feeling Theron's going to shoot an arrow and it's going to stick in the side, and it's going to be like when we pull it out.
I'm turning that ballista, man.
So
break
yeah,
the levee.
you could see physically it impacts him, and he just kind of like swimmer flips under it and straightens out and dives straight for that shell. He immediately starts grabbing at it and starts yanking and pulling. Were you doing anything else?
That's all I can
Okay.
do. I'm done.
You can just see him struggling with it, and every time he pulls or tugs at it, you can see the bubble itself reacts.
All right. Can I use a cantrip? Can I message Kraken
Sure.
and just tell him it's like, hey, they're trying to rip the shells off. They're messing it up.
All right, Kraken.
It's my bonus action. My bad.
Yeah. Kraken.
We will train
You hear
yet,
Akua
sir.
say that without moving his mouth. You don't hear his voice physically. You hear it from inside.
Can I take my action now?
No,
You're right. I could have just yelled that out. I didn't have to use a cantrip.
it's all right. We'll let it slide.
That was unnecessary.
He's just showing off.
So yeah, that one.
Showing off at this point.
So that one pulls at the shells. You see Theron, the
Yes.
one that locked eyes with you, turns, yields back, and throws his harpoon as hard as he can.
Oh, it bounces back and hits him in the groin. It'd be hilarious.
What is your AC?
My AC is 17.
They don't have legs. Do they have groins?
Ooh,
I don't know.
rolled a 20. Oh,
Does he roll at disadvantage because he's throwing through a shield that repels things?
that was 2 rolls. The other one would have been a 24.
Oh, well,
So-
doesn't matter.
I mean, yeah. But no, I rolled for it to break the thing. He
gotta
throws the harpoon, and you see the bubble kind of push in, and then and the harpoon flies right through
Sweet.
and hits you. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
What did I say I was holding my action for?
18.
You were holding your. Did you actually say you were going to shoot something?
I said I was going to hold my action.
Until
someone came
one
through.
of them came through, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. 18.
18? Okay, yeah, you beat it.
No damage.
No, you take some damage. Harpoon flies through the air, catches you in the shoulder, and you just kind of roll with it, and it blood splays.
So my evasion didn't take effect with a dex save.
No, you're still going to take damage. You take half damage.
No, that's uncanny dodge.
Oh,
if I do a dex save,
it's not a. The dex save was to see if the part would restrain you because it's a harpoon and you like.
okay, well, uncanny dodge then.
Right, it's a half damage. So at half damage, you take 7
Okay,
instead of the 14.
that's fine. I got his number.
All right. You see 2 of the other marrow kind of just pick a spot and start trying to jab at the bubble itself to no avail. And you see the 6th one of the ones that didn't have any weapons. He kind of swims back a little bit away from it, away from the bubble, turns, and as he makes a beeline towards the bubble, he begins to grow, and you see his shells fall away. And his outer skin just starts ripping and tearing and fading away in this like bloody mess. And through it, he grows at least 1 category size larger into a giant shark. And he's swimming straight at the bubble. And that brings us around to Keith.
All right. So now that I've witnessed magic successfully going through the bubble without messing up the bubble. Mm-hmm. And I also see this large shark thing coming at us.
Right.
I'm going to lightning bolt it.
Okay, what's the range on lightning bolt?
100 feet.
Okay.
Is
so
he
that's
within
a dexterity
range?
save on...
DC 17.
Okay. Is there... Okay. So you cast your lightning bolt, and the giant beam of lightning that you guys have seen numerous times at this point fires forth from Keith, hits the water, goes through the bubble, but as soon as it hits the water, instead of maintaining its bolt form, it immediately just branches out and disperses. It looks like it catches the one that threw the harpoon at you, which at that point, when the harpoon came through, some water came in behind it, but it immediately closed up right afterwards. It looks like he immediately locks up and kind of like goes rigid and then kind of shakes it off. How much damage did he take?
He hasn't rolled his plethora of dice yet.
Is a billion dice over there?
I'm going to use a sorcery point to re-roll some of this.
And really
Okay.
mess that guy up.
You do notice that the shark that you were aiming at, the massive one, the bolt didn't reach. As soon as it hit the water, the lightning just kind of dispersed in every direction.
All right.
I feel like it should have dispersed really well.
Everywhere.
What do we got?
He's mathing.
Looks like 38.
38. All right.
38 question mark.
8?
It might be higher.
Yeah, he just
38.
he does the cartoony electric thing. You see a skeleton flash and stuff.
Yeah.
And he looks.
Wait, what do you mean made completely of cartilage?
Yeah. It was like a partially see-through.
They still have a skeleton.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So that happens. So go ahead and roll your wild magic. As you cast it, though, and you feel the pull of wild magic course through you, it feels a little different than normal. So
No. He's got a different table.
Oh man,
Yeah.
different table.
I begin to worry, and the roll is a 60.
all right. So as you throw the lightning forward and it leaves your hands, you said 60, right?
60. Yeah.
Okay.
60.
Oh.
Oh, no, what's gonna happen?
He sounds so disappointed.
Yeah.
Is it really good for us or really bad for us?
He lives. Darn.
The lightning still kind of like clings to your hand a little bit, and then it shoots out towards each one of you. And whatever weapon you're holding in your hand immediately begins to glow with like that electric charge.
Sounds like we just got powered up.
Hells yeah.
It just glows, so your weapons are just black, like as if the spell light had been cast on them.
Does my loot, my instrument, my loot?
Yeah, both your instrument and your dagger just kind of flare up with light.
Is that the direction I thought you were heading?
This is not the dagger.
Farron,
The dagger.
Yes.
your turn. Were you doing anything with the bonus action or anything?
No.
Gotcha.
All right.
You're up.
Can I crank that ballista towards that cheeky bastard that threw this harpoon at me?
Sure. Give me a strength check.
Oh, that's not good.
Normally, when you've seen the ballista operated, it takes 2 people to turn and 1 another to fire.
Okay.
So 3 to man.
That is a massive 7.
Yeah.
So
you
that's not
you
gonna
go to budget, and it moves just a little bit, but not quite towards where you wanted it.
Okay. Well, fine then. Never mind.
Fire it anyways.
Fire in the hole.
Just pointed at the deck.
Yes. All right. Did that take up my action?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you have to roll. Yeah.
I'm just gonna flip him off again.
All right. You flip him off. You're not sure if he sees you because his eyes are just going everywhere. He's still recovering from being.
I'm just gonna be like,
shocked.
I'm gonna do
sees
the
you.
eye thing and be like, flip him off.
All right.
Next time.
Kraken, you see Theron over there flipping off one of the marrow. What are you doing?
All right. What's the closest one to me?
Where were you? You were on the.
I'm right next to the wheel.
Okay. Yeah. You've got. Let's see. He's on the shell. He's over here. He's the shark. This guy's up here.
I'm gonna double flip.
There's one coming. He's about 20 feet above the deck. Just kind of like trying to pry into the bubble. Just
All right.
kind of claw at it.
So he's
'Cause he
like
doesn't-
he's on the bubble.
Yeah, he doesn't
All right.
have any weapons or anything, but he's
I'm gonna shoot him. He's
Okay.
a Red Rider. I'm gonna recklessly attack him,
okay.
and we'll use my bardic inspiration.
I was gonna say, remember, you only have 1 shot.
Mom spaghetti.
Mom spaghetti.
17.
17. Boom! The sound of the gun is even louder because you guys are in such a closed space. How much?
18.
Okay. Even better.
Yeah.
Fires out, pierces the bubble with a lot of extra energy behind it, bursts out and catches the marrow. How much damage?
10 damage.
All right. Boom, he takes 10 damage.
Does
All that build
does
up.
the bubble look affected at all, or is it?
Immediately, you pierce it and it shot out for a split second and immediately caved back in. It looks like water is starting to pour in. But it does look like it's closing up.
Okay. Careful with the bubble, guy. And then I would like to rage.
Okay. You take the shot and you Tuscan Raider style. James, you hear the ring in your ear of the Red Rider gun, and you look over and you see Kraken with his gun over his head. What are you doing?
Cheering him on,
Okay.
and let me see what else I can do.
You could join them in flipping
Okay, so
me off.
here James cheers on Kraken and then looks at the people that are getting shot at and calls them minnows worthy of a frog's dinner. And I use vicious mockery on them.
Okay. I'm trying to think if he can hear you.
This spell has quite the limitations.
I'm just saying, like, that's all. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
have very many things.
Can
I
they
gotcha.
lip read?
They do mouths it at them. Can he sign it to them?
They do have to understand a language.
Do they understand American Sign?
Gotcha. You call him that. He definitely makes eye contact with you. He knows you're speaking to him. Doesn't look like it has any effect.
Their self-esteem is so low they don't care.
You can't hate them any more than they hate themselves.
like to do?
Actually, it says that he doesn't need to understand me. It doesn't even say that he needs to speak a language. It just says,
Speak a language?
yeah, it doesn't say that. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I thought if the target can hear you, though it need not understand you.
Okay.
It has to succeed on a wisdom saving throw. And I was wrong. My saving throw is actually a 16.
Gotcha.
Ruin.
Yeah, he can hear you.
Okay.
So what is it?
16.
Wisdom? Yeah, he fails.
Okay.
He's not smart, man.
He takes
Failed pretty hard.
an amazing 2d4 of damage. And
damage.
he has disadvantage on his next turn.
Okay. 2d4. So how much is that after you roll it?
6 psychic damage.
All right. Doesn't quite understand what you said, but
It knows.
he's pretty mad about it.
Yeah, he feels it.
You look
He doesn't
really
like
angry when
your
you're saying it to him.
posture or your body language.
Yeah.
He's jealous of your cape.
Probably
Notices
what it
you
is.
don't have a hat though.
But yeah, if he makes an attack on his next turn, he has disadvantage on it.
Okay. And that's the one that just got shot?
Yeah, that guy.
Okay. Well.
Fuck that guy.
Thanks.
Fuck that guy in particular.
Got shot in the face.
We are just some rude people.
Yeah.
I don't call them the bastards for
Okay.
nothing.
Yeah.
That happens. Where did my... Okay. Akua.
I look over.
Still, your ears are still ringing and you're just kind of taken aback. Never seen this type of technology before. You don't know if it's magic. You don't know what Kraken just did.
I assume it's some kind of magic. I assume it's some kind of like thunder weapon that some spell he knows.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask about that later. Right now, how many are still trying to pull on the shell close to me?
There's that one.
That one, I'm gonna throw my sword at him.
Okay.
Goodbye, sword.
Roll your attack.
You think? Ugh, no, I don't hit him.
You might.
11.
11. You throw the sword and it pokes into the bubble, but doesn't quite pierce all the way. It just kind of like sticks into the bubble.
As my bonus action, then I'm going to use my a weapon bond and have it teleport back to my hand.
Okay, so you guys look over. He throws the sword, boom, and it looks awesome. It flies through the air and just sticks into the bubble. He looks around real quick and he like holds his hand out, and it reappears back in his hand.
Does it like come back to his hand, or does it like disappear and reappear?
It disappears and then reappears in his hand.
Shit. I'm gonna be able to teach me that.
That was dope.
Okay,
That's pretty awesome.
as the one that got shot, the one that you yelled at, he he dashes forward. He dashes forward where you shot it, where the bubble was starting to close back up.
Yeah.
Immediately sticks his hand right in the hole, right before it closes up, and starts pulling himself in.
That sounds like a terrible
Big mistake.
idea.
Yeah.
As he pulls himself in, roughly 20 feet above you, he gets his body through and immediately pops out and starts falling straight down right above you. The hole closes up after a rush of water. So above you, you have this marrow falling, and like a giant bucket of water is falling over you.
Okay.
Mid-air, just like the other one that you saw transforming into a shark, he does the exact same thing and immediately starts to transform, grows a size larger, and he falls on top of you.
All right.
Give me a dexterity save.
So how long before he just dies from suffocation?
Double nat 20s.
Oh man!
Take a picture.
All right. Well then.
Whatever he's trying to do, he doesn't.
He falls on his own sword.
Back out of the bubble.
Just punt him back out.
As he falls, you just like
I want to like soft shoe out of the way.
as you dance back, just unworried.
Jazz hands and all.
He falls straight down and lands nose first into the ground, like right where you were. It was attempting to bite you, but he hits the ground with just a large crunch. Let me roll some fall damage for that. All right.
That's hilarious.
That was 14. All right.
1d20 for the deck save, the other for the performance check.
Hits and then just kind of plops over. He's kind of groggy, but you can tell he's still alive, but he's visibly stunned.
I mean, now it's just there's a shark on the deck. I mean,
Yeah, but he's a sleepy shark.
He's been shot, insulted, and embarrassed. Today is not his day.
The other shark swims forward and kind of like he pushes in and bites against the bubble itself, and he bites a large chunk out of it, and immediately water just starts rushing in, including him.
I was about to say
He fits through.
another shark on the deck.
Who's over there? Let me roll for that. Keith, give me a dexterity save.
Double nat 20.
19.
19. All right. You duck out of the way, but just the massive size of it, part of his body still catches your leg. So you'll take half damage of. You take 6 bludgeoning damage,
And your knee isn't.
and you are not knocked prone. At this point, Trigger looks up and he says, Captain, look! And up ahead, you see what was just a growing dark mass in front of you. It's starting to take shape, and it looks like just this massive field of kelp immediately just rushing at you because you guys are going full speed. The kelp itself, you see beams of light kind of poking out at different angles, but it looks like beyond, straight ahead of you in another 200 or so feet is a kelp forest of some kind.
Sweet.
You're rushing straight at it.
Okay.
Akua, Maro, Keith, you're up. Right now there are 2 massive sharks. Just one is splashing around right next to you. The other one is kind of towards the back of the ship.
Are they? So they're pretty far apart.
Yeah, one's they're on different ends of the ship.
All right. I'm not really worried about these sharks out of water just flopping around. So I'm going to. You said there's one right next to me, right? So I'm going to just try to move away from it.
Okay.
Does it attack me as I move away?
Yep.
All right.
Does a 24 hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Tell him no, he won't know.
He takes a bite at you, and he deals 15 piercing damage. Just rips a chunk out of the leg that he already landed on. So this leg's starting to feel it.
Yeah, it's pretty painful.
Give me
Anyway,
a Constitution saving throw.
Better get poisoned.
that is 26.
Okay.
You get AIDS. God.
It's all right. We have a cure for that.
Shark AIDS. Get them shark AIDS.
Anything else?
All right,
Call
so
him Shades.
I move away from the sharks, and you said that there were 2 sea dudes like banging at the.
I said no such thing.
Oh, we know what the
Yeah,
the
2 sea
intro
dudes
slash is
banging,
gonna be for
right?
this
No, I meant like attacking the bubble.
We know what you meant, you sick sorcerer.
I almost
He's on the
said
ship, thinks he's in the Navy already.
I almost said sea men, but then I changed it to dudes, thinking that would be better.
That's all right. They're still banging. It doesn't matter.
You use the word banging.
All right.
So these 2 sea dudes are banging.
Yeah. So there's 2 of them currently trying to claw their way into
You can
the
say
air
banging.
bubble.
I prefer if you said
I-
banging now.
And I remember from earlier that lightning hits things that are touching the bubble. So I try to lightning bolt try to hit both of them if I can.
Okay.
But if not, I at least aim for one.
All right. So you aim like in between them if it's close. If they're close.
If they're close enough.
Yeah, they are. They're probably like
Okay.
25.
I mean, they're
30 feet away
banging,
from
so
each
they're
other.
like right next to each other.
Yeah, but they're pretty big guys, so
Of course they are.
they can stand further apart while doing it.
Doing what?
You know, just banging away.
Okay. Banging at that bubble.
All right, so
dexterity saves on both.
yeah, DC 17.
All right, one makes it, one does not.
All right, he about to get vaporized.
And let me add all of this up.
He will get turned to goo.
You got banged into goo.
26.
Okay. So one takes 26 damage, the other one takes 13. And they both do that cartoon black and white image thing. Anything else?
That's it.
All right, Theron.
Oh, what about?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Roll your wild magic.
Oh man.
88.
Okay.
Brings one of those banging dudes back to life.
Anyone who's banging is now banging with advantage.
Banging intensifies.
Brian looks happy with this outcome.
No.
Okay. As
I'm going to protest this table.
All right. So yeah, I just pulled up a random wild magic table online because you're in a plane of water. Your magic's affecting differently now.
All right.
As you cast the lightning bolt and it fires from your hand, you guys see a large anvil appear over Keith's head.
Oh, no. What?
Boom, and it falls right down on him.
He doesn't even get a dex save.
What is this, an Acme
You
plane?
take 19 points of damage.
Dang.
Dang.
No.
Magical anvil is smashing.
It hits you, you stagger, and then give me a constitution saving throw.
You got that anvil age.
To make sure your neck doesn't break.
12.
Blend.
12.
Oh, too soon.
It
Spoilers.
dazes you, and you almost fall over, but you catch yourself. But yeah, that's it. As soon as it hits you and it lands on the ground next to you, it disappears.
How much
Took that
damage?
like a champ.
Huh?
How much damage was it?
19.
All right.
Yeah, and you guys all saw this. Theron, your turn.
Alrighty. Is there anyone close enough to the sharks to get a sneak attack bonus?
I'm like right on top of one. Aren't I?
You are standing, yeah.
Yeah.
Craig and the captain is still standing
Phil
right next to him.
also wasn't
Okay.
Keith standing really close? Like one fell on him.
He moved away.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to.
But also both of them are prone, so you'd get sneak attack
sweet.
anyways.
I am going to. What about the banging dudes? Are they?
They're still recovering. They're about 25 feet away from each other, but they're like near the main mast up above
I'm not
the
worried
deck.
about them then. All right. Well, the one that I saw it take a bite out of Keith's leg,
Yeah.
and that makes me angry because Keith's a nice guy.
Okay.
So I'm going to
your
shoot
bro.
that. Yeah, he's my bro. So I'm
Just
gonna.
got decked by an anvil.
Yeah. I kind of snicker at that because
Okay.
funny. But I'm gonna shoot an arrow on that shark.
Okay.
Bit Keith.
Fire away.
Far away.
Oh, you're using your bow?
Yeah.
You have disadvantage on it then.
Really? It's
Prone. Yep.
It's like right there. Okay. Disadvantage.
Them's the rules, bro.
Because he's prone? Because
Ranged creatures, if they're prone, ranged attacks made against them.
Shit.
I'm sorry. Creatures that are prone, ranged attacks that are made against them are at disadvantage. It's like they're ducking.
Alright.
Like a turducken?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
They're turducking.
Banging and turducken.
All right.
What? That wasn't a word.
So,
Turducken.
does a 16 hit that prone shark?
It do.
Yeah. All right. So that.
Baby, you know it.
And
Shut up, baby. You know it.
Shut up, baby.
my sneak attack at right now. Thought I had that written down somewhere. My sneak attack. I was trying to remember how much it is. I think it's 46.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 46.
I can look it up real fast.
It's just
But
46 damage.
40. Are you saying 46?
Yeah.
Or 4d6?
Yes.
Well, the DM allow.
Yeah.
it's 5.
I thought I had it on my
5d6.
sheet somewhere.
So like 5, 6.
45.
56.
5d6, yes.
All right. So we've got 10, 23 damage.
23. All right, yeah, you pull back, and it's just like shooting fish in a barrel.
Like shoot.
Saving that all day.
Been counting down.
Man, it's terrible.
You said I'm sorry, 20. What? How much?
23.
23. Gotcha.
Look at me like I don't.
Arrow sinks in, blood spurts out, gets all over Keith.
No, I'd moved away.
Oh no, it was that. That's how hard the arrow hit him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I hit him
sprayed
so
blood
hard.
all over you.
It's just that good artery.
None gets on the captain.
No.
The blood.
That's the other side of the ship.
I'll get my own blood on me. Don't worry.
Anything else?
I'm gonna find the guy that shot the harpoon at me and flip him off.
Okay.
Just
Yeah, he's still up there.
Just so he knows.
just so he knows, I did that for him.
Kraken, what are you doing?
I'm gonna hack the shark into bits.
Okay, you run up and just like. Argh.
Yeah, I'm gonna recklessly attack it because it's a shark on like a dry surface. So
Okay.
Ooh, good thing I did. Let's see. There's a 13 hit.
It does not.
Oh my gosh.
It's wriggling so much, just like a fish out of water, and you're just trying to hit it, and you keep missing. You're like, thunk, thunk. Next.
All right. There's a 26 hit.
That does. it.
Okay, good.
It hits the shit out of it.
That is for 17 damage.
Okay. You actually catch it right. You cleave from like the fin, the main dorsal fin, down into its spine, and it just kind of like. Right? It's still like twitching, but it's not moving. I mean, it's not alive twitching.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a dead twitching.
Yeah. It's that dead twitch. You know.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
Does Lagatha do anything?
No. Actually, you don't hear anything. Like even before, the last few times you've tried to call out to her, you know that the spirit of it or whatever essence that was in it, you can hear just kind of like just somewhere like on the other side. You can almost hear that small laughter that last few times. This time, absolutely nothing. It's as far as you can tell in your hand, it is just a piece of metal.
All right. I'm going to use my movement to move next to the shark that is attacking Keith. And
Okay.
In my turn.
You turn to go that way, and he doesn't do anything because he's dead. All right.
Zombie shark attack.
James.
Got it. Okay, so
Yeah, you just watched Kraken
I watched
dispatch.
dispatch this guy. I assume he will dispatch this other guy quite soon.
That's a good assumption.
Yeah. So there's two dudes are banging at the bubble up top, and there's you said there was one who was like pulling at the.
Yeah, he's still
shell?
working on that shell.
Okay.
He's dead.
Does James know that?
He's dead. No, but you do. You have seen Akua just standing over the edge, attacking at something.
Okay, I would like to run over
Because
there.
he's made 2 attacks against him.
Yeah.
So,
I would like to run over there
Okay.
to help him, and I put my hand on him and I say, "Together, brother." And he is bardically inspired.
Nice catch.
It was not a nice catch.
Hey, it'll play.
That dog will hunt though.
I say, "Together, brother." Bardically inspire him, imbue him with magic and a little bit of luck. And then I would like to cast Polymorph
Okay.
on this creature in front of me
Okay.
and turn him into a seahorse.
All right.
Oh.
What do I have to beat?
16.
16. And it's charisma?
Wisdom.
All right. How do you do your magic? What does it look like? You sing a song?
Yeah.
Who's the guy from El Dorado?
Oh yeah, you do have your glowing
I
flute
do
out?
have my lute
Or
and
whatever.
do-do-do-do-do.
All right. And you see in this almost fantastical, but also slightly grotesque fashion, his body parts start expanding and shrinking in weird shapes, and he expands out, and then he pops into. You were thinking seahorse.
Is what I was trying.
So his bottom half is actually looks like a giant fish, and the top half actually looks like a mare. Like it's got two hooves.
He just turned like a hippogriff. Is that what it's called?
Hippocampus.
Hippocampus.
Yeah. But yeah, the front half is a horse, and he's kind of. You can see him just kind of floating there, just kind of like getting used to his body. You see these front horse legs kind of kicking, and then the fish body wriggling.
Not at all what I intended, but okay.
Does it still have gills?
Yes, it does. Yeah, it's still like a sea creature. Like it still has like fins and it still has gills.
Could you have picked a non-sea creature?
I could, but then he would have drowned and then turned back into his original self.
Yeah, but away from us.
Maybe.
It was a good
Anything
call.
else?
It was a good
No, that was
Akua,
a
standing
that
at
was a
the
good
edge. You see James just play his song. He gives you that mote of inspiration, and then you see the creature turn into that other creature.
Did I know that he just polymorphed him? Would I know that?
Give me an Arcana check. Intelligence.
Akua's mind is blown once
Arcana's a
again.
thing, right? Yeah, Arcana.
11.
You know he cast a spell. You don't know what spell he cast.
I tell him I cast polymorph.
All right. No. You look over and he's just like scratching his chin, trying to figure out what you did. And you're like, it's polymorph.
Okay. Good. Cool move. And I magic missile the shark guy that's alive.
Okay. Roll the damage.
Get the banging bros.
That is 8.
8. You swipe your sword in front of you 3 more times, and each swipe generates just a magical slash through the air, and they doof, 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 all 3 hit. He takes 8 damage. Anything else?
Ooh, that
Nope.
damage.
Done with that.
All right. You guys see the 3 remaining marrow that are outside the bubble kind of pull back for a little bit, looking up ahead of where the ship was heading, and they just kind of stop. And as you see that happen, you hear Chicker yell out, "Captain!" And boom, everybody lurches forward. Everybody give me a dexterity saving throw. As at the front of the ship, you see
it.
a mass, a wall of kelp just kind of like envelop almost the front half of the entire ship.
Can I use my bardic inspiration on that?
Sure.
Nope, still bad.
Pressed up almost like against glass or just this translucent bubble that's around the ship, you see just a wall of kelp, almost zero visibility through it. Behind you, you can see the marrow have begun to swim away almost with urgency. Everybody, Tricker, he's the only crew member that's on the top deck. Right? Tricker has been flung forward over the wheel and goes, tumbling away. What did everybody roll?
5.
Okay.
Oh wait, 11.
Okay. I can see you mix those up.
15.
Okay.
6.
Okay.
1.
All right.
The anvil's holding you down, so you.
James falls on you again.
James and Akua, you guys tumble forward and just slide across the deck with what water has made it through the bubble. It's made it hard to stand. Theron and Kraken, you guys have braced yourself and stopped. Keith, you tried to brace yourself, but remember, this is the leg that you messed up twice now and got bit. And you put weight on it and immediately and then you fall over. You fall over and you slide and you hit the shark that was laying there next to you.
and it dead self bites you.
All I can think of is street shark. There's street sharks are on the deck of our ship right now.
So yeah, everyone has been laid out
Or whatever it's
on the boat. The boat has come screeching to a halt. Looks like just embedded in this mass of kelp. I guess we're gonna have to call it right there. We'll call this session. Yeah. So we'll end it there. We'll pick up next time. Oh yeah. So something I'm super excited about. I'm sure you guys heard already the new intro this week. Thanks to Gogol Bordello for that awesome song. If you get a chance, check out some of their other music. You can listen to us now on SoundCloud, iTunes, and anything else. Is there?
Stitcher.
Oh yeah, and Stitcher. So make sure you comment, rate us, subscribe, so you can get us every Monday. And
bardsandnobles.com. Don't forget
bardsandnobles.com is the website. So if you want to yell at us or give us suggestions or tell us how we can make it better or more interesting, please do. And also on all the major social media websites like Facebook. All the major Facebooks.
All the Facebooks.
So yeah, thanks for listening, guys.
Yep. Thanks for listening.
Thank you guys for listening.
All right.
Deuces, y'all.
Well, we stand here in a row, looking like a bunch of heroes. I know that deep inside, nothing more but